Hi folks, so at least one person has asked me for additional information on how to pull together the annotated bibliography. So I have Lehman Library saved. You'll probably be asked to log in, go to databases, PubMed. You're not doing a Google search, you're not looking for New York Times articles, you're looking for articles from peer-reviewed scientific journals. So I'm going to do advanced keyword search. I'm interested in diabetes, interventions, Hispanics. Alright, so here PubMed will give you best matches for what you're looking for, but I want 5 articles that tell me about interventions. I'm not decided yet on what kind of intervention. Here I've got one that's text-based to increase physical activity. This is a food intervention. And you're just going to keep looking until you find your 5 articles. It's a minimum of 5 that are required. Food bank-based diabetes prevention intervention, food security. This is a great one. I think I'm going to write about diet, interventions on diet and nutrition. Okay, so now that's steering me. So I'll keep doing that till I find my 5 articles. Then I'll create a document, annotated bibliography. APA style citations of my 5 articles. I'll either use a citation generator or I will look at the way that that I styled it in last week's and just handwrite all of them myself. And then in an annotated bibliography, you're summarizing all of the articles that you find related to the topic that you're researching. I've only asked you to summarize one. So you're going to read at least one. If you enjoyed the one that you submitted during the first assignment, and you want to write about that one, and it's applicable to your final paper. In this final paper, remember you have to use PICO that was in the slides. So you're going to create a research question that's due in a couple of weeks where you identify your population, the intervention. All the studies you look at should have a comparison group. So we're really looking at interventions in quasi-experimental studies or RCTs. And your outcome, which is usually a health outcome. So here I want to see improved diabetes management. Okay, so then I summarize that one article, and what am I putting in the summary? I am not clicking on an article and copying and pasting the abstract. That is incorrect. I'm reading the article and I'm pulling out key information. So what's the key information? Well, what did they find? Did the intervention work? What were the elements of the intervention that they highlighted that were the most impactful? And the reason that I'm pulling this information is because I want to be able to write my final paper just utilizing this kind of information that I wrote in this document when I was reading through my articles. I am not summarizing 10 articles in my final paper paragraph by paragraph. This paper, I have to create a clear narrative, a conversation about why the intervention that I'm interested in is proven successful, that it's evidence-based. And when we say evidence-based, there are studies that back up that it's successful in working with the population that I'm interested in working with. All right, so that's your summary. You have to do at least one. I recommend continuing to do this through up until you're ready to sit down and write your final paper, but for our purposes and this assignment, you're required to do one. But you need to have 5 citations, and they should be related to your final topic, not completely unrelated. Like, you shouldn't have one article that talks about a nutrition intervention and 4 articles that talk about completely different interventions, physical activity, medication. because that's not the purpose of your final. You're doing a systematic literature review that focuses on a specific type of intervention that you're interested in. And this activity should give you an opportunity to explore exactly what you want to hone in on. All right, folks, so that's it. I hope this is helpful.